me try this again. Something happened with the first clip I posted. I'm not sure if it's they took offense to something I said about people that don't habla español, trying to pronounce words in Spanish and messing them up. People probably know who this person was that don't speak a lick of Spanish and said the word machete instead of machete, like most of the rest of the English and American speaking world say it. So anyway, let's see if this gets cuts off and I have to start over again. So getting packed out. That's my stuff over there, mainly camping stuff, because I'm going to be camping a good portion of the time on this ride I make out to join the Riding, Fishing, the Bearded Bobber and the Legends Never Die Tour, the mother of all road tours, for the 100th anniversary of Route 66, 125 years of Indian motorcycle, and raising money for Folds of Honor, a charity that gives scholarships to dependent spouses and children of fallen veterans. So here in what's normally my wife's saddlebag, got my cookware, some of my cookware. I'm probably going to take this one instead of the Army one that I normally take, unless I can fit it, because it has a nice big spoon. And I'll show it. Folks that were in the service, they'll know the ration utensils that I got there. Anyway, got a couple of heating gas things there for my stove, which is in there, and I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that it's in there. But I better double check that, because I know that Chaz just pulled this stuff out for me, but we haven't had him out since we camped about 2 years ago. Anyway, first aid kit there, the all-important baby wipes, small drying towel that dries really fast after you take a shower. And then over here you got the rest of my camping stuff. Chaz bought me a new two-man tent. We have another one, but it was starting to tear. We've been using the other two-man tent for about 10 years. Lasted pretty good. So she got me a brand new one. And I was going to take my sleeping bag, but I think I'll tough it out with just my poncho liner. So one of my 3 or 4 poncho liners I have left from my time in the Army, I make sure that that's not the torn one, because my pity that has passed away decided that he wanted to eat part of my one of my poncho liners, so got to make sure that that's not the ripped one. And then I want to replace this pad with the green pad that I have. I don't think I want to mess with trying to fill this one up with air. And then the all important 550 cord. I still have leftover 550 from my days in the Army, from clothing sales. And then the commercial stores have started selling their, I don't know if it's the equivalent strength, but their version of parachute line 550 cord. Got this here, I can use that to hammer in stakes. I'm not sure if I want to bring that or stick with my machete. Pretty nice machete Chaz and I bought last time we camped. Won't be needing to cut anything or whatever. I'm staying at KOA type campsites or KOAs. We're members. And then I got my Road Atlas, because I don't trust GPS on Google or the application on the Indian Motorcycle app. So this will be my primary. Chaz and I have mapped out the route. She helped me map out the route. It will be mostly US 54 all the way up to Chicago, and then somewhere in Chicago I change up on Saturday, riding into just outside of town for my final camp stop. I think I'm camping on Saturday night in Illinois before I get into Chicago on Sunday to link up with Riding Fish and the Bearded Bobber. And then first ever for me, finally purchased a travel air compressor for the bike and tire repair kit, which we've never actually traveled with these before. So it was, knock on wood, that we didn't run into any issues with the tires on either the Indian or when we used to tour on the Fat Boy and the Sporty. And then we always had a extra, large battery, but we had to buy a new one. The other one finally conked out on us, so I got that battery there. I doubt I'll have to charge up the Pursuit. It's never given me an issue, and that battery's only a year old. I'm on the second battery in the Pursuit. Unlike a lot, I don't know if it's a lot of folks with a few squeaky wheels are what's getting all the attention on the forums. I'm sure it's a similar issue with Harley, where you see all the bitching about the road glides and the street glides. And it's a squeaky few, not the vast majority that have no issues with their bikes. So I don't think I'm one of the lucky very few that hasn't had any issues with my Pursuit, which is now approaching 26,000 miles. And so never had an issue with the charging. I'm only barely on the second battery after 4 years of ownership, and that battery was just installed a year ago. So tire repair kit, battery, charger, and the mini air compressor 550 cord. And then, like I was saying, here's leftover army stuff that I still use when Chaz and I camp. So, I guess the Army thinks we have huge ass mouths, but one size spoon, the buttering knife, big ass fork, and then I think that's one of our original little camping utensil things. I don't know if I'll keep that in there, so I'll probably put that in the backpack. And then I got solar panels here for charging my stuff when I'm camping, because when I stay in a motel I won't have to worry about it because I'll just plug into the outlets. But for my camping portion, I'll need those. And then field chair, my little Camelback / assault pack, which fits an awful lot of stuff in it, so that'll be on the back seat. And I'm going with a little bit more than what Chaz and I normally go with, and I'm probably going to take an additional pair of pants, whereas we usually camp when we do long hauling on the motorcycle, and it's the pants that we're wearing. We carry extra underwear, and then it's just one additional pair of pants that we take, and we do laundry either at the campsite or at the motel that we're staying in. So there we go. It's a little hot to pack my electronics, which are going to go in the trunk. My computer and camera stuff will go in the trunk, and then my normal side with my clothes is going to be on the left side like it normally is, and I'm using Chastity side for my camping stuff. And then these big bikes come with a bunch of extra cubbies, so in case you're not familiar with Road Glides and Indian Motorcycle Pursuits, I don't think the Road Glide has as many as this does, but they have similar amount of cargo capacity. So there's the other one. I normally put my cell phone in there. I don't have an Apple, so I don't use the plug. I just Bluetooth my Apple to the bike. And then it's got that cubby, so it's got 2 extra cubbies on each side. Some guys have speakers for that. When I bought this bike, that was not offered. I actually paid extra for that, and once you know it, 2023, they offered that as standard equipment. I paid extra for it. But that's what happens when you buy the first model year of stuff. But the only thing that I haven't had about first model year is I haven't had any issues with this bike. She has been more than dependable. And with that, from the Kirky, as I get ready to head out west to Chicago to link up with the Legends Never Die tour, Espinosa out.